The smell of corn dogs wafting in the air. Everyone paying homage to the royal idol that is the butter cow. You must come and pay homage to the butter cow. Blackheart Saints will be on the Grand Central Stage, a part of the Illinois State Fair. A wonderful band. We're gonna have some fun here, guys. If you're enjoying this interview, be sure to get your tickets. They're gonna be there Friday, August 20th, 7:30 p.m. You get to see them with your admission to the fair. You can see people riding on the Sky Coaster in the background. It's a wonderful setting for live music. Someone else may be there for carnival food, but you're gonna be there for carnival food and this amazing band. How you guys doing?
We're doing good. Well.
Yeah. All right. So you guys back on the road. An interesting time to be doing live music right now, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're excited, man. I mean, the crowds are coming out. People are having a good time, and we're having a good time as well.
Yeah. So what's it like to tour now with the restrictions and everything like that? Every different area is different. I know you guys are playing some fairs. Maybe you're playing a club here and there. Is it a challenge for you guys as well? Or was it just like, hey, let's jump right into it and kind of pivot where we have to?
Well, it's a mixed bag because we were just at Sturgis last week, and there's no masks, no vaccine requirements. So we come to the Midwest. We're actually in Indianapolis at the moment, so we're playing tonight. So things are a little different once you get to the Midwest, but yeah, make the best of it.
Is there like, all right, we just got to be careful about everything? Is there, because I was just reading Foo Fighters yesterday, they're massive touring operation, big arenas and everything like that. All right, the wheels could come off at any minute. we just got to do it while we can. That's what I just read.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we were at Sturgis picking up extra slots left and right because we have the likes of like George Lynch having scares within their camp and things like that. And we're lucky to be playing at Full Throttle Saloon, which it's the biggest venue out there in Sturgis. I mean, they got us on a sprawling, Dakota campground with all the space that we could have. So as far as good places to be during this time period, I don't think we could do much better, but it's a real thing. You got to be careful about, yeah.
What's the Sturgis is a wild scene. That there's a lot of people watching at Sturgis. you threw off my notes here, and I was like, oh, here it is. What is the most Sturgeon situation that you guys saw? You're like, all right, we're not leaving right away. We're gonna kind of see. We're gonna see what the wildlife is like around here. Is there anything crazy you guys saw in the crowd, or just ridiculous? You're like, all right, we're definitely sending this to the group chat before we get out of town.
Well, what are we allowed to talk about?
Something's inappropriate, but Nate definitely watched the sun come up every night of the week. So we got a lot of good
A lot of Jack Daniels.
Yeah. All I know is when we finish a couple bottles of Jack, and then I wake up in the morning and suddenly we have a whole handle that appeared. I'm like, must have been a good night. I don't know.
So now we got more.
Hey, sorry, not sorry, all right? Sorry, not sorry.
When enough handles of Jack just start going around that you end up with more than you came to the party with, it's never a bad idea.
No, one of the common currencies is definitely the ceremonial shirt lift. Unfortunately, we don't get to choose who decides to give us that lovely reward. So you see some things you might not want to.
Yeah.
You guys certainly have a sense of humor. Before I came on, you guys, I believe, refer to your band by what was the nickname you guys gave yourselves? You can say it.
Black Fart Taints.
I think we're allowed to say that. Maybe I'll have to bleep that if we run this on air. Did another band give you guys that goofball name, or did you guys embrace that yourselves?
It was definitely given to us by our producer. That's how he felt about our band when we walked in the first day.
You guys better get your stuff together, or people are going to start calling you Black Fart Taint. All right, now let's do it one more time. All right. Bruce Dickinson in the booth telling he's going to put like that SNL sketch. There's be gold diapers on you. All right, more cowbell, all that goofy stuff. All right, I can't get the comedy out of my mind here. You guys certainly have a sense of humor and everything you do. The way that the songs are fun. There's kind of a nod to it. And then one thing I just love is this video you guys just put out is one of the more ridiculously entertaining videos I've seen a band make, where I'm just like, I'm getting into the music, brand new band, right? And you're like, oh, you listen to the record by itself, like, oh, they kind of like, all right, this is fun and different. And then I watched the video, I was like, this is really cool. You guys had a sense idea of like, we're gonna try and make a little movie here. And you can go to csnetwork.live and peruse a shopping network of human beings that are sold to be consumed by cannibals. There's not too many bands say like, you know what? bet MTV's gonna love this idea. So like, when did this come together? Because that's a real website you can go to where they talk about their music video, a Cannibal Shopping Network. When did the concept come together? Because this is one of the more inventive music videos I've seen any band make in a while.
Thank you. Yeah, man, we work with our good friend Taylor Fredericks with Static Heart Productions, and since we've been with him, man, we're able to kind of take our music to a whole visual aspect with his filmmaking background. So we always wanted to kind of keep things not so serious. We're just a rock and roll band, just trying to play rock and roll and have a good time, right? So, and obviously we like to joke around. We're fun, so everything's kind of dark humor and the wow factor, right? So we just try to kind of create that in all the music videos that we've done. And with the recent one, we're just trying to be a little bit more ambitious with it. And the last 4 that we released was a little short film. So with this one, we were like, okay, we were going to try to change it up. So we made this whole website that Mark kind of created with Taylor, and we did like recipes for it. We did all these cool things for people to kind of like create some hype for the release. And so, yeah, man. And then the whole concept is just kind of like, it's hard to kind of be noticed within the industry, the music industry. So it's like, people will go to the extremes just to try to get their name out there. So reach the end. We're kind of like reaching the end to try to like, hey, man, we'll do whatever it takes. Right. So we got to sell ourselves, and that's what it takes. But,
And it literally the video is you guys being like, hey, how about this butt? There's a nice looking butt. Wouldn't you like? And it was kind of funny in that way, because like when I'm watching, I was like, wait, they're doing that? Like they had this incredible actress who was your very weird, and it looked like something I would see on Adult Swim. Like I was like, yeah. It felt like something out of like an episode of Tim and Eric or Rick and Morty. I was like, this is so over the top, and you guys were so dedicated to the idea of it. And then on top of it, the song's awesome. It's like a really, really good song. It reminded me of like that grand, like golden era of bands being able to tell stories in music videos, and not just here's flashy images and here's a lyric video. And you can do that. There's nothing wrong with that. And, bands do that. But you guys went to another level of like, no, let's make a music video, So I enjoyed the idea of it. Tell me about the song Reach the End. Where's that song coming from? The actual song, not just the goofiness of selling the flesh. Reach the End is the last 4 songs were kind of inspired by, I just lost my dad and my brother 2 years ago. So then COVID happened right after that. So the whole shutdown and everything kind of just brought me to a pretty low spot. So Reach the End kind of came from that experience, and just trying to hang on and losing someone that is dear to your heart, and how do you kind of carry on without them not being there like they were every day. So that's kind of the meaning behind the song. But then again, when you go to the visual aspect, we want to kind of create the wow factor, not bring people to such a dark spot, and try to kind of create something more fun and fresh and a little bit more appealing. And like I said, the wow factor. I've never been to a funeral where people didn't tell jokes. I don't mean to be that. And I'm from the Irish background. We would be at funerals, and there is just, all right, no, this is sad, but let's tell some silly stories about the person we're here to talk about. And I always like that. There's a very dark sense of humor, but it's embraced, and it's very thorough. You guys have heard this, and I was talking to somebody about it. They're like, that's a band that was born in the wrong decade. And I think that's such a put you in a box type thing. But you guys are wearing your influences on your sleeves. You guys said, oh, Guns N' Roses, they started now. I heard somebody else say that. Are you guys tired of that? Or is there just like, yeah, we are what we are. We're a rock and roll band. We're clearly inspired by some things, and we're doing it now. How do you guys feel about like that label or anything like that? Because I think that's so limiting to bands. It's like, all right, here's what you are. This is the block you get to play on.
Well, I think, yeah, we're not ashamed of our influences. And,
yeah, don't be.
We have a lot. There's this tradition of just rock and roll, like loud guitars. It's just really, there's a formula there, and we're trying to just carry on that as best as we can. It's just that since you had Led Zeppelin, Aerosmith, Black Sabbath, AC/DC, all the way through the '90s. You had great bands like Soundgarden, Alice in Chains. We're just trying to carry that torch into 2021 and onward.
I like it. I'm a fan of it. Guitars first. People aren't playing a keyboard like it's a guitar. I'm a fan. I like it. Riffs. Oh, this is cool. There's riffs in this.
What happened?
No backing tracks.
It's like when you go into your favorite bar you haven't been in a while. Like, what happened? What, they got rid of the jukebox? Was this that type of thing? So
like it's more of a disservice to the fans too than it is actually to us when you create that box. You know,
Sure.
It's you're creating the box for the whole genre for all this fandom, and not just us. When you say it to us, you know, like what are you doing to fans of rock and roll by saying that? So.
One of my favorite groups, a very great punk rock group, Against Me, had this great line in the song called New Wave. There's we can be the bands we want to hear. And you should just want to be the band you wanted to be when you were listening to this music anyway, and then run with it your own way. I definitely get that. It's genuine. There's nothing disingenuous about this. There's no boardroom that is met, and we will now assemble the Blackheart Saints. And like that isn't there. Like like that isn't clearly here. You guys did Sturgis, so Sturgis was wild, and you guys have played with some big bands. You guys are in that fun breaking position where there is certainly maybe other factors that bring people there, and you guys get to play in a festival environment. Illinois State Fair is that too. Do you guys like that challenge? Do you like that challenge of like, all right, they're coming for this, but they're going to leave talking about us? Do you like that challenge? Because I've been in that, doing stand up and stuff like that, and opening up for other people. How do you guys feel like being that band in that position?
Yeah, I think it's cool, man. Like I said, we just go out there and do what we do, man. And that's kind of the great thing about the band. It's very organic. Everyone comes from a different background, and somehow that meshes up, man. And I think we like the challenge to be able to kind of open up any door and go play. Like I said, we'll play any back door, backyard, house parties. Like, that's right.
But we don't belong.
Only back doors.
If you have a smaller butter cow that isn't as big as the one at the state fair and you want to put it up in your backyard, I'm pretty sure these guys will come. There'll be bottles of Jack and people licking a butter cow in a backyard and this band playing their songs. So
we'll bring some chicken too.
Right.
Yeah, we got our hands up.
Our own homemade funnel cakes, whatever you need.
You guys are bringing your own funnel cake machine with you.
That's right.
You're in the Midwest if you're getting a funnel cake for sure. Yeah, definitely. You're in the Midwest. Blackheart Saints, they will be on the Illinois State Fair on the Grand Central stage. Get to see them with your admission to the fair, 7:30. Don't miss them. There's a lot of other things going on at the fair. Make an appointment. Check out the tracks. Definitely come out. Support the band. Support live music coming back right now. Do what you can. All that good stuff. Remember those COVID restrictions as well with masks and your vaccine cards and your negative test. You can get a free negative test too right now. Really, really easy. So just go out there and be safe and be considerate of other people, I think, is the good thing when you're having a good time. Nothing wrong with that at all. And definitely check out the music video. It is quite hilarious. I don't think I'm kissing rump here when I say it's one of the better music videos I've seen in quite some time. Reach the end. Check it out. Blackheart Saints, thanks for the times, guys.
Yeah, appreciate you, man.
All right, watch it with that Jack Daniels too. All right, if someone I know I'm going back to the butter cow, but if someone knocks over the butter cow, I'm looking at you, Nate. It seems like if you're staying up that late,
sounds good.
You're gonna wake up with your arm around it, like. All right, thanks, guys.